Hello everyone, Emily here. I am here with my beautiful peaches and cream and my 5.00 crochet hook and my scissors, and I want to make a little bag. I have 4 skeins of this yarn and it's so pretty. It is just beautiful colors. It reminds me of a unicorn. It's just so pretty. So I'm going to try to match it up as I go when I change skeins. We'll see how that works out. But I'm going to make a slip knot. I'm going to put it on my hook. And my whole bag is just going to be single crochets. So it's going to be pretty easy to change this pattern to how you like. And I'm going to start with 20 stitches plus 1. And that 1, I'm going to do 20. I'm going to put my finger on that last stitch and then I'm going to crochet 1. And then I'm just going to turn and go into that very first stitch. And then I'm just going to do single crochets all the way across. And then when you get to the end, you can watch, we'll get to the end there. So those colors are so pretty. I can't wait to see the pattern. And your pattern will be different also, because it's going to depend on what dye light you get. So your pattern will probably be different, which is exciting. So I went in that very next stitch, and you can see I'm just going to go ahead and crochet all the way across. Single crochets. I'm only going underneath 1 loop. Isn't that pretty? I really like how these pink and purples are blending together with that light blue and white and yellow. It's just like all the colors, and I love so much color. And this is so soft looking. And this yarn, I mean, it's not as soft as some of the other 100% cottons out there, but it's pretty soft. It's not as stiff as some of the stuff I've been working with that come off that big, huge skein. Isn't that pretty? So here I'm at the end, getting ready to go towards my last stitch, and I'm kind of like to bury my tail. But after I bury my tail, I kind of wish sometimes I leave it out, because then you'd know where you'd started. But I'm going to go ahead and in that very last stitch, put 3 single crochets in there, and then I'm just going to go into the very next stitch. So we're working on the other side. So we're only going to be working on this side of the project until we get to the flap at the top. And you can see right where you're going to go into, because you can see the front, the other row, the last row you did. So you're just going to go right down the other side. Now these holes are really super small, but if you have a problem with them, because I think maybe the only thing that's going to fall through them would be candy nerds, you could definitely take a needle and thread and maybe close those holes up a little bit if you wanted to, but they're very small. And I don't suppose that we would be putting anything that small in the bag. So I'm just going to keep going all the way down. Single crochet, just go in, pull it up, and pull your yarn through. Really nice, simple stitch. And so nice and tight and pretty. It looks really good. Boy, these colors look nice. So now we're going to come down to the end. In our next row, we're going to be adding stitches, because I want the bottom to stick out a little bit more than some of the other bags that I've made. So when we get into that very last stitch, oh, that looks pretty. So that very last stitch, we're gonna do 2, and then we're gonna slip stitch right into that next stitch. Or I'm sorry, we're not gonna do a slip stitch, we're gonna do a single crochet. That way we're gonna be going around and we won't have like a place to connect. We're just gonna keep going around and around and around and end it when we want to. So you won't you'll just keep going around and around and you won't have anything to slip stitch to. So that will not, so then we won't have a seam that you'll be able to see. So we're just gonna keep going around. So I want my bottom to stick out a little bit more. So what I'm going to do here, these rows, is I'm going to do 2 single crochets in one stitch, the next 2 single crochets, and then the next one 2 single crochets. So it will be isn't that pretty? So I did that combination of 2 single crochets in one stitch, 1 single crochet in the next 2, and that's my repeat row. Now I'm here at the end and I'm going to do 4 single crochets together in the next 4 stitches all the way around this end, and that's because I want the bottom to be a little bit flat so you can fit more in it. You could just keep going around with a single crochet. That's usually what I do, but I'm doing this just a little bit different because I want the bottom to be a little bit bigger. And so now I'm just going to continue to do my single crochets in 2 stitches and then 2 single crochets in the next stitch, and that's just my pattern. So I'm just going to go all the way to the other side, and then after I get to the other side I am just going to do nothing but single crochets in each stitch all the way around. And when I start doing that, you're going to notice that the purse looks really silly, and it gets all curly and it doesn't kind of look like it's going to work out of it, but you just got to keep going and it will come out of it, because mine got all curly the farther I got. So you can see the pattern here starting to work up. Oh, these colors are so beautiful. And so my ends look really nice, and now I'm just going to do my single crochets all the way around. If you want it to make yours look a little different, you could go in just the back loops if you wanted to. You could do a creative stitch in the middle. I'm just going to do mine all in single crochets, and then the only other stitch I'm going to use is a half double crochet when I go around and do my border around the flap. Isn't that pretty? I really am enjoying these colors. And it just makes me think of unicorns, popcorn, cotton candy, just something fun. And I'm sure the kids are just going to absolutely think this is adorable. This would be a really nice Christmas gift with a pair of pajamas in it. It just came to me because my granddaughter saw me making this, and she asked me who I was making it for, and I told her it was a Christmas present. I don't know for who yet. And she said, well, you can give it to me if you want to, because I think it's beautiful. I'm like, oh, she is such a sweetheart. So this is going to make a really nice gift for Christmas for one of the kids. But I'm loving this color. Hi, so this is one skein so far that I've used. So it's getting a little bit bigger as you go up. It's going to look really wobbly here at the bottom, and then it's going to start looking better. But here, the width of my bag is going to be 9 inches. And this is one skein. And it is about 3.5 inches tall wise. And I did start with my 20 stitches plus 1 and turned. And so this is how far one skein has gotten me. And I'm going to try really hard to match up my colors with the next skein because I really like this pattern. And I'm hoping I can keep it, because if I just add it without trying to match it up, it's going to mess up my pattern, and I just don't want that. So I'm going to try to get it as close as I can and continue. But I just wanted you to see how far one skein got me. I only have 4 of this skein, so I'm going to keep going. So I'm going to try to match it, and then I'm just going to keep doing my single crochets all the way up. So I have used 2 skeins. I'm right here, I only got a little bit left. So you can see that it is about 7 inches high. And I really like the colors. About here is where I tried to match them, and it just started going like this. And it seems like the last one I did the same thing. But it is really a pretty design. So I'm not unhappy with it. I think it's really pretty. So you can make it as long as you want, and I'm just doing the single crochets all the way around. But I want it to have something that loops over the top, and like a little loop, like a backpack, so that I can just carry it that way. And I might make it so that I can pull it tight. I'm not sure. I think I'm just going to put something that goes over the top, maybe so that it comes down really far so that it will stay closed. And on the back I'll put a little loop, and then on the back maybe a strap so that I can just like throw it over my shoulder like a backpack. But it's really pretty. I'm really happy with it, and I like the pattern. All right, so I've moved outside now to work on my bag. Isn't that pretty? So I have 2 skeins here, and then just probably 4 or 5 rows of the other skein, and then I decided that I'm going to lay it flat, and then I crocheted the back, single crochets, because I want a flap to go over the top. I just want it to be able to flap over and hang. So I hope it comes down to at least down to here, so it could just flap over. And then I'm going to put a little round thingamajigger right here so that I can put my finger in it or hang it up somewhere. And then I might on the back, I don't know if I'll put 1 or maybe 2 straps just to throw it over my shoulder like a backpack. And this is really super cute. And I have some decals, and so I might put 1 on the corner of this on the bottom when I get done crocheting, so that whoever I give it to for Christmas, they'll just really enjoy it. It will just be really cute. And then I can always put goodies inside, like maybe a pair of pajamas. I have one granddaughter that comes and stays all the time, and she would really enjoy having something to put her pajamas in when she comes over. But see my pattern? I really tried to keep it the same about, right here. But then it just, well, about right here, and it just started going, in a different direction. But I really like the way it turned out. I'm really happy with it. So I had 4 skeins. So this is 2 skeins. Let's see. I only have, I have 1 skein. Sorry. 1 skein and this one. So this whole skein is going to be for the thingamajig, and then the handle I would like to get some more of this. I got it at Walmart so that I could make a maybe a little purse to go inside of it, or a little bag maybe for toothbrushes or something, you know. But I think this would be cute enough to take to school even. And I really like these colors. They're just so soft. The colors are soft, you know, and then it has this yarn that's really nice. It is really nice yarn. So this is my bag so far. I'm going to keep going, and you can use your imagination and just do so much with just this pattern that I've done so far. So I'm going to keep doing single crochets until this gets as long as I want. Put my little thing here. I'm either going to put 1 or 2 straps here. It's not, I'm just going to like attach it right here, make a strip of single crochets with the same colored yarn, and then I'm going to attach it probably about right here, just enough so that someone could stick their arm under it and put it over their arm. And I don't know if I'll do 2 or just 1. I might just do 1. But this is what it looks like, and I'm very happy with it. So like I said, just make it your own, do whatever you want to do. But I know I'm going to put a decal here at the bottom of the corner when I get done. It's cute. Hi, I finished my little bag. I put this little print. It was an iron-on here in this corner, and over here I have this little leather thing I got off of Amazon. It says homemade on it. It has a butterfly. It's really cute. And so I did have some yarn left over, so I had enough to do this flap. And after I got done with the flap, I went around the edges with half double crochets because they're a little thick, and I think it just really made the outside of it look really good. And then I put this on. So I connected it. I did a chain of 25, connected it here. Then I turned and I did a single crochet around my chain, and then I went in behind here into these 2 of those stitches, and then I tied it and buried my ends. Now this, instead of putting it on the back, I just decided to put it on the top. So I chained 6, turned and went in that first stitch and just went back and forth for as long as I wanted it to make this chain. Then I took a needle and I sewed the sides together, and then I just opened this up and sewed it right here on the inside, right here. And I did the other side the same. So I think it turned out really good. I'm really in love with this. And maybe while I'm out, I'll look for another decal that I can put on it somewhere. But right now, I'm really happy with it. And we're big animal lovers in our family, so I really like the little paws. And I like this right here too. So thank you for watching. I hope you liked this tutorial. You'll give me a thumbs up, subscribe. I appreciate you all. You're all wonderful, and I like watching videos, and so I hope that you enjoyed mine. You guys have a great day. Stay safe, and I'll be back with another tutorial. Bye.